So that's my passion right there, to get people well, give people the knowledge to get themselves well. So this is, I'm just going to quickly read this script from one of my mentors, Dr. Christiane Northrup. She's an American OBGYN. And she says, all relationships begin with how we treat ourselves. We can begin to heal our lives at the deepest levels when we begin to value our bodies and honor their messages instead of feeling victimized by them. Trusting the wisdom of the body is a leap of faith in a culture that fails to acknowledge how intimately the mind and body are connected. We must learn to trust the symptoms in the body. We must learn to trust that the symptoms in the body are often the only way that the soul can get our attention. Covering up our symptoms with external cures prevents us from healing the part of our lives that need attention and change. In other words, we have symptoms, we have things going on with us. The body is, our soul is trying to tell us there's an imbalance somewhere that you have to address. So you get a cold or you get something going on with you, you go to your GP, you tell your GP what's going on, and what do? They write you a prescription. That is covering up your symptoms with external cures without going deep down to find the root cause of what's going on with you. That is what we have to start doing from now on, to find the root cause of what's going on with us rather than masking the problem. That's exactly what she's saying, and that's what functional medicine is all about. That's what I do as a holistic health coach, to find out the root cause of what's going on with an individual and start working from there to make the changes. And a lot of what goes on with us, or goes wrong with us, starts with your thought process. What you think feeds your body. Your emotions are negative, your thought processes are negative, your emotions are negative, and you're telling your body, I have an imbalance here. And that's a recipe for disaster. So you want to get into your thought processes, okay? So I'm just going to quickly go through this because I think I'm running out of time here. So the thought process, like emotions, actually have an effect on our food choices. Usually when I talk about the primary and secondary foods, I tend to throw it out to people. What do you think is a primary food here, and what do you think is a secondary food here? If you look at the periphery out there, and what's on the inside, which do you think is primary and which do you think is secondary? Quickly shout out at me, anybody that has an idea. Is a primary relationship, spirituality, career, physical activity, or is that secondary, or is it vice versa on the inside? Primary, okay. Anyone else? Sorry? What's inside is primary? Okay, it's not a trick question, but what we have to focus on what we feed our body, primary foods or secondary foods. And so, these are primary foods. Your thoughts, emotions, physical activities, spirituality, relationships, that's your primary food. And secondary foods are the foods we eat. And I also always like to say to people, what you eat can either heal you or make you sick. Or I would go the other way, what you eat can either heal you or kill you. Let's think about it. So our emotions drive our food choices. If you're sad, like I said earlier on, if you're sad, depressed, whatever it is, you go for a whole tub of Haagen-Dazs and just feed yourself with that because you're emotional eating. So once the emotions are in sync, are balanced, you make better choices to nourish yourself with better foods. So always check in with your emotions when making food choices. So I'm just going to quickly go through some steps to heal and strengthen mind-body connection. Recognize and acknowledge your emotions and understand why you're having those emotions. Locate the cause and pain or negative energy flow. Check in with your thoughts. Are they true or could they be different? cleanse. Emotional hurts are open wounds for unforgiveness, anger, whatever negative emotion there is. So if there's somebody you're angry with, just forgive. Just let it go, because when you hold on to anger, you hold on to unforgiveness, that hurts you. So you're doing yourself a disservice. So you don't have to go to the person and say, I forgive you. Just let it go. Have an image of the person and just, let it go. Strength. So here I would say affirm that you have the power within you through God and also the power of intent to make changes, because once you have that power of intent and you have God with you, you can make the changes that you need to make. Affirmation, gratitude. The more grateful we are, the more you have things to be grateful for. It's a practice. It's not the easiest thing to do. You always have something, find something within your day, however little it is, to be grateful for. Affirmations. I love affirmations because it's the quickest and easiest way to change your thought processes. Affirmations like, I am blessed, I am perfect health. This is one I've always used constantly all through in the last few years. I am perfect health. No matter what's going on with me, I am perfect health. So find an affirmation that works for you in whatever situation that you're going through. Express your feelings in appropriate ways. Feelings of stress, sadness, whatever it is you're going through, talk through it with a family member, a good friend, or get a counselor or a mentor. Just talk through those feelings, because keeping the feelings in, you're hurting yourself basically. So try to keep, to find somebody to talk to you. Calm your mind and body through relaxation methods like meditation, prayer, listening to music, whatever it is that interests you, that relaxes you. Try to get that going. And take care of yourself. Having a regular routine of eating healthy, exercise, getting adequate sleep, that helps to improve your health and wellness. And if we go back to going back to the analogy in the beginning of the person having the exam, these are different thought processes that they can have. So having the thought of, I might be stupid, I'm definitely going to fail this exam, you could think, what am I missing to change that thought process? The feeling of sadness, stress, you could take a deep breath, meditate, and just try to let that feeling pass away. And then choosing not to study, you could just take a break, walk away from studying, and just go for exercise, yoga, whatever it is. Do something else, and then come back and carry on studying for the exams. That applies to every single thing else in life. So I'm going to leave you with this. Your habits will determine your future. It takes faith, education, focused action, personal discipline, and lots of energy every day to make things happen. And I know everybody has it within themselves to make changes, so you can totally do this. Okay, so thank you, and I'll leave it there.